you, sir. Without wasting much time, I am proceeding to my topic, the graphical abstract. How to attract the readers, which is the new trends in our publication scenario. Next slide. So, what does this two images indicate? The researchers who are doing active research and trying to publish, they are publishing in the form of a manuscript, which will be not read completely by the readers or the reviewers or the scientific peers. Yes, obviously reviewers will review the whole manuscript, but not to that extent to find each and every mistake. The next one, what that image shows, that is the graphical things, how to project the manuscript in a nutshell to the graphical abstract, which is the current publishing trend now. So what do you mean by graphical abstract? It is nothing but it's the summary of a whole article in a visually communicated presentation. That is called in a single slide, how to project your whole manuscript. That is what graphical abstract says. And here a small research has been done that there is an 8-fold increase in the sharing of visual abstract than the plain text abstract. If you take an article, there will be a small abstract of 300 to 350 words which tells about the whole article, what is about and what is the current research on and what is the particular result telling about the particular topic. So rather reading, if you put in a form of image, like a use of imageries, icons and infographic, the understanding will be far better than reading the plain text abstract. So for reading a text, it takes 6 seconds for reading a 20 words. But if an icon is used, it takes only 1/4 of a second to read a 20-word line. Next one. So how do we project this graphical abstract? We can project graphical abstract through various social platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Now everyone uses Instagram page to promote their articles, but it should not be done. See, scientific things should be kept scientific. It should go in a scientific and ethical way. So there are some social platforms which uses only to promote the scientific research, not the appraisal of the authors. So among that, 1% will be the creator of the content and 9% will be the editors and 90% will be the consumers. So while preparing a graphical abstract, there is an exponential increase in the growth in the field of research and to meet the scholarly reviewers and to have a collaboration. So what all the things we need in graphical abstract? First one is enhanced dissemination. When I prepare a graphical abstract, I should not keep it within myself. It should be projected in the community, first one. The second one is augmented engagement. If I put a plain text abstract and if I put a graphical abstract, the reviewers will first visualize the graphical abstract, which will be more easy, palatable by the reviewers and by the scholarly peer reviewers. And the third one is impact on clinical practice. Whatever we are putting into the paper should be practiced in the clinics. That is called translational medicine. So what are the tips to create a graphical abstract? The first one is content. When a manuscript of 4,000 words have been prepared, all 4,000 words I can't accommodate in a graphical abstract. So first I should prepare the content, what all things I have to keep. Next one, the title. The title should not be the same what it has been given in the main manuscript. The main manuscript can have 30 words, 20 to 30 words of title. You should not put those all words in the graphical abstract. It should be short, crisp, and it should be catchy to the readers. And the flow of information, you have to keep all positive points rather projecting the negative points in the abstract. And the font size and the space, icons, these are all very important. The font size should be legible, it should be seen even to the last disk of your audience. The next one is copyright. At below of your whole graphical abstract slide, you should put a copyright stating that whatever has been copied or taken from some other journals or anything, you have to put like a copyright. And now come to the areas of graphical abstract. We have 4 areas. One is title, second one is methods, third one is findings, and fourth one is conclusion. So if this slide, if you take as a graphical abstract slide, the topmost line should be your title, and you should divide into 3 columns. One is method, second one is findings, and third one is conclusion. This is how a graphical abstract has to be projected. Next slide. So this is an example taken from Elsevier. The first topmost row should be your title, and the first column, second column, third column we can keep as methods, results and conclusion, and the below are also 3 small columns. The first one should be the journal logo, second one you can use it for authors and affiliation, and the third one is about your QR code. If you put a QR code has to be generated by the journal, so that once the QR code is scanned, it should project it via the main manuscript of 4,000 words. Next one. So, how to design the principle of graphical abstract? One is clarity of purpose, what it intended to tell. The second one is prototyping. It should be able to tell what the whole manuscript is about, and it should be thoughtful. And the last one is creativity. Your creativity matters a lot when you prepare a graphical abstract. Instead of giving an injection, writing a name injection, if you put an injection image, it should tell what it is about to intend there. Next. Yes. Next. So these are all, next one. These are the 3 publications which has been published recently in 2019, 2020, 2022. These 3 publications have given the clear-cut guidelines of how a graphical abstract should be. Graphical abstract can also named as visual abstracts. So these are the 3 key articles which tells how to prepare a graphical abstract and how to propagate the graphical abstract. Next. So how to create? First one, choose an article, whichever article you wanted to publish, or if you want to give a graphical abstract for the submitted article, just select the article, content. The next one is author title, journal title, author, affiliations, everything you put up. Finally, finalize your layout. In those 3 columns also you can create a layout in the form of icons. And the last one is export the graphical abstract to the social media. Next. Now, this is the main part of our graphical abstract. There is always a debate. What are all the debates? Who should create a graphical abstract? Either the author or the journal's editorial team. Second one, what are the specifications for creating graphical abstract? And the third one, who will review the graphical abstract? Either the author or the reviewer or the editor-in-chief to review. And the last one, where it should be disseminated. So these 4 answers has to be answered. The first one, who can create? The author should create. Author and the author team, those 4 or 5 authors know, they should create the graphical abstract instead of giving to a editorial team, because editorial team doesn't know which should be projected there. If I give it to an author, author knows what all the positive points should be projected. So the first question should be, the author should create a graphical abstract, and the specifications, it should be clearly given by the editorial board and the journal's editorial team. And who will review the graphical abstract? Yes, everyone should review the graphical abstract, including the author, reviewer and the section editor. Finally, editor-in-chief should project the graphical abstract. And how it should be disseminated? Yes, it can be disseminated in various platforms such as LinkedIn, Twitter. All these are all educative platforms we can project there. Next one. So in a journal of arthroplasty, they have done a study. A crossover RCT has been done in the terms of visual abstracts versus plain text abstract. In that, it is basically an orthopedic research. The public engagement in various social media on orthopedic research was generally low. But what they have found out, that visual abstract has taken over the whole text abstracts when projected in the social media. So in this research they have told that yes, social media plays a major role in terms of propagating the graphical abstract. One more thing, social media in surgery. Nowadays everyone uses all social platforms to project the research to find out the PRs. First one, to find out the similar people in the community. Second one is to collaborate, and third one is to publish the current trends. So for this they have used social media. In the social media, surgeons should learn how to use novel communication to communicate the technology in terms of publication and research. Next one. And the last paper which I would like to quote is how the social media is influencing the publication. Yes, articles, online survey, it has given some tweets, but when the time progresses, when the graphical abstract comes and in rotations in span of some days, yes, definitely there will be more tweets, more likes, more hits, so that they can find the peers in the community. Next. So what are the values of social media in research? First one is connecting investigators with the common interest and fine-tuning the relevant materials or the questions. Clinical trials networks can be taken up. Patient engagement, For example, now post-COVID we are seeing lot of avascular necrosis. Immediately patients will Google it and see what are all the treatment options available. If we create a graphical abstract in project, it will tell the patients what are the new modalities available. The next one, previous slide, yes. Information sharing and knowledge dissemination, promotion of surgical research, even surgical steps we can put in a graphical abstract which will be circulated among the community to find out how the steps being progressed. The next slide. So what are the challenges in creating graphical abstract? Instead of reading the 4,000 words, the consumers or the readers will see the graphical abstract and will take a false message. First one. Second one, never a graphical abstract is a substitute for the whole manuscript, and non-reading of whole manuscript may occur. Space limitation. Within a slide, we cannot put all 4,000 words. Yes, definitely there is a space limitation. And when we give graphical abstract to be created by a third party, definitely salami slicing is possible, and quality control. Definitely we should look into a quality control which will play a major role while disseminating in the social media. And the last one is author self-promotion and appraisal should not be done in case of graphical abstract. Next. So how to go ahead with the future? Yes, once this graphical abstract is there, when you keep a QR code, yes, it will go to the main manuscript and your citations should increase. This has to be taken into account. The second one, engagement and tweets given to the graphical abstract is either professional or non-professional has to be identified, and the best and ideal platform should be created for propagation of graphical abstract, and graphical abstract creation team in the editorial board also has to be developed. Next. And we have to create a graphical abstract repository within the journal, and all the journal editorial team who works on the graphical abstract should take infographic trainings and workshop, and graphical abstract should be linked with the article with a proper DOI and indexing database. And finally we should follow a guidelines called graphic model. Next slide. So this is graphic model. Get to know the audience, restrict the use of colors. Not so many colors should be used there. You should restrict to 2 or 3 colors, and align the elements, prioritize the parts, highlight the heading, invest on imagery, and choose stars carefully. So everything has consort guideline, Prisma guideline, CAR guidelines. In the same way, graphic abstract has graphic model guidelines which should be adhered to. Next one. So this is one such abstract which we have published recently. So we have just given what is the rheumatoid arthritis joint, what is the pathology, and how MSC, that is stem cells, will treat the rheumatoid arthritis joint. Only with the image we have shown what the whole article is. Next one. This is a recent paper which 4,500 authors over the globe, we have published a paper on COVID-Surg, that is a surgical preparedness index in Lancet article. This is just the whole overview of the whole manuscript. Next one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Madan, for a crisp